I'm a publisher of African American fiction, and my mission with the SJS Direct imprint was to create positive stories about the African American experience and tell stories about African Americans that most publishers will not produce. I'm the guy who wants to put the positive light on African Americans and our stories. And what I'm finding when I go into the marketplace is it's very hard to sell these type of stories to African Americans. Um, Many African Americans, I don't know how to market to you. And here's the whole thing with business. I'm following the money, and the money is not coming from African Americans. A business only does what makes money, and a smart businessman is going to make what makes money. And I really want to continue producing African American fiction, positive African American fiction, and positive stories about the African American experience. But I really need the support of African Americans. I really need people to start going out and buying the books. Because people have asked me about these type of books at the book fair. They actually asked me to produce more type of things. I'm the guy I want to publish. I've been publishing children's books, YA books, all types of stuff. And I really want to continue producing books, but I really need readers to start coming out and buying the books. Um, in the business world, it's like this: if there's no money flowing to a product, a businessman can't continue to produce it. And I really like writing these stories. I really like publishing these type of stories, and I really want to continue to keep producing these type of stories. But I really need to see the support from the readers. I mean, I see the support for the street lit fiction. I see the support for the erotica, like Sane. I see the support for all these other types of books from African Americans, the Christian fiction. But I don't see it for the type of books that I produce. I mean, I would like to see more African Americans who buy fantasy fiction buying my books. I would like to see more YA young adult readers buying my books. I'd like to see more people trying to buy books about screenwriting. I have a very diverse catalog of over 43, I think right now, 43 titles. And I really want to see more African Americans buying more of the books. I mean, right now it's mostly white and foreign buyers, but I'd like to see more black women buying books. I'd like to see more black men buying books, and more important, I'd like to see more black children buying books. I offer titles in paperback and ebook, and the only way I can keep this business going is with the support of black people. I mean, I came into this business, I'm a firm supporter of group economics, and I want this business to grow. And my main thing is trying to find customers and keep customers. And you can't build a business without customers. And I really want to see more African Americans buying these type of books because in order for us to get the movies and the TV shows, they make those in Hollywood today black from best-selling books, and if they don't see the numbers, you can't make the products. I mean, the whole thing is if you want to keep seeing these shows like Love and Hip Hop and all this stuff is out here because it gets ratings, it gets numbers. If you want to see more positive material like I produce, you have to go out and pay the money to go see it, to go read it, and to go keep buying it. Because in order for me to take this to other business people and try to get investment for it, I need to see the money. I need to have the numbers. I mean, business people do not do not invest in things because somebody says they want it. They invest in it because you have statistical numbers saying that there's a high percentage of people who are going to buy X product, and and based on this demand for said product, we can expand into this business venture. Like in order to do films, television, merchandising, they have to see the money. I mean, you have to show me the money so I can go out and show other people the money so I can go and try to expand the business. In order for me to bring out more positive products, in order for us to change the image of African Americans, people need to see that there is a demand for this type of product. And African Americans have sadly what I've seen is I haven't seen much demand. And I need people they'll talk a good game, but black people will not take their money and go out and buy the product. You have to go out and buy the product if you want to see more of that product. That's just basic business 101. The reason why you see so much Love and Hip Hop and Scandal and all of these minstrel shows is because people go out in droves. I mean, Scandal gets 10, 15 million viewers a week. Love and Hip Hop probably gets 4 or 5 million a week. But when somebody creates a positive piece of material, I can barely get maybe 50 or 100 people to even download it, and that's free. I mean, paid is even less than that. But the whole thing is that black people, you're sending us a message to business that when you buy this minstrel shows, when you buy this cooning and buffooning, that you want more of this. And if you want more positive material, you're going to have to put the money on the table. You have to show publishers like myself and business people like myself that there is a market for these products and that you will buy them. I mean, I have the books here, I have the products here, but I can only continue to produce them as long as there is a profit margin and as long as there is a way for me to make money on them. If I can't make any money on them, they may go the way of the dodo. Just like I remember about 20 years ago, Milestone Comics. They produced some wonderful comic books, and I bought almost all of them. But I was only one person, and I did everything I could to help support them. And I even bought them from a black-owned comic book dealer. And the only way you're going to get more stuff like this is to support it. I believe there's a market for it, but I need to see it. I need to see it so I can continue producing it, continue promoting it. I mean, I get on Facebook and Twitter all the time promoting my books, like my fantasy, my um, screenplay books, and other materials, and my young adult fiction and stuff. But I need to see the money. I need to see the money from black people. I need the numbers. I mean, I can't go to people and say, oh, 500 people bought this. I need to have 50, 60,000 or 100,000. When I go out, I need those type of numbers in order to show that there is a market for these products and that there are people who are willing to buy them. I mean, I need to see the numbers that the streetlit authors have. I need to see the numbers that Scandal gets. I mean, I need to see the numbers that Tyler Perry gets. If I can get those type of numbers, we can really change the image of African Americans in America, and we can change things to see a more positive thing. Because basically, I see all this complaining about shows like Scandal and all this stuff like Monsters Ball and Precious and all this stuff. For all of our complaining, we spend money on this stuff. And at the end of the day, that's all people are going to see. Because in business, they follow the money. And as long as they see your money going in this direction, they're going to continue producing more of this content. So, black people, if you want more positive content, you need to supporting the people who produce it. I have the link to all of my books on Amazon. If you want to support my products, please do so. And because it helps group economics, one, because you're helping a black-owned business. Two, you're promoting positive images of African Americans by reading my material. And three, you're just helping out the black community. I mean, if you want to change this image, you have to help the people who want to help change the image of African Americans. And that's one of the missions I have, is to change the image of African Americans through publishing positive stories about African Americans and the African American experience. Um, I really need everybody's support out here. I can't do this business on my own. I am really out here for you, and I really want to help take this business to the next level. I appreciate all of your support. I thank you for taking the time to watch this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. And please buy the books by clicking on the link at the bottom of the screen.